Did I break it badly? Come on, update. One sec. I tried something stupid. Oh, I guess it didn't.
4 months, let's go. Love your streamer.
Okay. Well, all right. I reset it back to what it was. Sucks because we lose the 1440p for YouTube, but at least people will be able to watch Twitch. Sec. Cool. All right, I'm here. Sorry, I test some things and give it a shot. And here we are giving it a shot on the fly as we started. Give me 2 seconds. I think I broke my TikTok or my YouTube chat somehow, but I'm sure it'll figure itself out. Yo, YouTube chatters, can you do me a favor and, I don't know, spam something for like 2 seconds? Oh, never mind. Oh, disregard that. It fixed itself. We're good. Then I didn't say anything. Okay, chat. I'm here. I'm here. Sup? Hello. But I gotta go get my water and stuff. So I'm gonna leave this up for you guys for 2 minutes. While I go grab my water and actually I have a little bit. I'm gonna take my caffeine first. Ugh. Potato Lord, by the way, I think it's prime. Wavy thing the tier 1. Damn him thing the tier 1. Opus Spin thing the prime. Lumina Moth. I think the prime for shit. Ugh. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna get my water. Be right back.
Trapping all those fighting souls, but yet across the world I see you standing in my way. And remember the time, the place we used to fight, like the sun and moon. And I wonder if ever there was a time that we were friends. The night has fallen, shadows looming, and yes, that time has come for me to seek you out. We are set now for our last reunion. Break the chains, find your way, come find me. Do you remember who you really are?
Welcome back, everybody, and we are one game in to All Business versus Low 9. All Business, they took this series the first time it happened in those upper bracket quarterfinals, but Low 9, they have yet to play a series where they haven't won at least one map, and have obviously won every game since that match, because they have been able to fight their way through this lower bracket to get to this point. Can they keep this spree going? If that's the case, Low 9 should win this.
Yeah, I mean, we even saw the likes of Central Park being picked up by them, but that was a map that All Business actually had an incredibly strong attacking side on. 3.5 minutes to complete the whole map, which was the only time I think we've seen that map in place so far in Ignite. It's fair to say, Tetcher, I can't predict what the picks and bans are going to be for this one, especially after that last game. Who knows what's about to happen?
I really do love what Low 9 did. Again, they obviously had that unfortunate disconnect at the start, but they capitalized on it, and we did see a focus onto Tuzi, who did insanely well on that Hela. But you've got a question: would they have done better on the Psylocke, on the Torch, on the Punisher? These characters that we've already seen them play, because they have been dominant, and we've been talking with Moxie previously in the cast we've done. It's kind of looking at that Psylocke, and you gotta ban it. Was this the plan all along, to just look at Tuzi and say, no, you don't get any of the toys, you don't get any of the figgy pudding?
Yeah, and I think they even sort of said in the interview yesterday of just like, yeah,
I still muted on the way out.
I
reset everything. I reset everything back to what it was yesterday, or before yesterday. So,
and you get an extra sort of
unfortunately,
unfortunately,
YouTube loses its 1440p, but at least Twitch chatters will actually be able to watch the stream, because they were kind of getting screwed yesterday.
A domination, for example, and they are going to be taking us back to Midtown, so not quite Central Park, but the same part of the map pool.
The live tournament, yeah, this is the $3 million Ignite tournament.
Crisis
this is
the one in control here, because Wolver hasn't looked at the character. Which
I think this is the end of group stages.
So we're gonna see the very early, once again,
lower bracket today.
They have an almost 100% win rate.
Toradora, I think the 2 months. I think it's actually lower bracket and upper bracket today.
They've learned their lesson from last time. So far, Magneto's going to be mirror banned for both sides, and right now, one-sided Loki for Low 9. They could take this away from All Business.
I think, yeah, Low 9 here gonna opt for the Psylocke first.
You stream on TikTok? Recently, I started doing it recently. Psychology, think of Prime.
Loki, because this is something that has been a consistent second save for All Business. They've made sure that they've tried to grab the Loki as and when they can, but no. Low 9 is sticking to their guns here.
Why the Zoom? What do you mean the Zoom?
Still trying to take out Tuzi's.
You guys have a Zoom?
This was the plan. We see a lot of focus onto strategists to try and take out these big healing outputs, but that has led to the rise of Mantis and onto Cloak and Dagger with these damage buffs, vulnerabilities, extra protection. But in this case, Low 9, they believe they have identified the problem. They have decided to do the exact same thing, but this time they've banned out Magneto, who was a huge impact in that previous matchup.
Wait, did that just start?
And to have maybe,
because it wasn't like that at the beginning, was it?
Woman. Or the Punisher do want to have a little bit more firepower themselves. So All Business, more of a standard draft as we've been seeing.
Hold up.
Oh.
I gotta. Well, shall I leave the audio for you?
And both teams, we sort of mentioned it in the brief pre-show, going for the Emma Frost. So those
YouTube, I gotta restart you guys. I don't know what in the world that is.
For Low 9
was it like that at the start?
All on this map, but when you've got Saint Moto and Wolver, they were playing what? You know, they can't have Captain America, but they can play the likes of Venom. Hulk has been.
No, it wasn't like that at the start.
Wolver was on the group beforehand.
It happened later.
Wolverine available at least. But
wait, hang on. I wonder if I can fix this on the fly.
Tuzi, though, here is a risk that Low 9 have taken. They have left open the Lunar Snow, which opens up the possibility. We've been seeing it a little bit in the Americas with the help of Self. We have been seeing a little bit of a creep on that team up of the Lunar Snow and the Hawkeye, and it is terrifying.
I wonder if that will fix it.
Yeah, it's rough to deal with, but the question is, how much have you practiced this? Because Hawkeye has kind of been like not seen
Again,
at
give it like
all
2 minutes.
since like season 0 and a tiny bit in season 1. So with being able to just pick that up and say I'm ready is going to be a bit more of a difficult feat. As such, looks like Tuzi is going to stick with something a little bit more comfortable and is looking at that Hela once again.
And before people type in Twitch, like just any like streaming chat as well, just like, well, actually this got nerfed as well in the most recent patch.
I don't know why I did that.
These games are on the old patch up until playoffs, I believe. So
Buzz is never gonna change his setup
still as
again?
long
No,
as it
I'm
used to
not.
be beforehand. I guess Whole Business want to make the most of it before it gets changed.
So opening up, we see the Mortar coming in from Slowpo here. They're making the most of the fact that they damage dealers did get very targeted.
Sorry, you're missing.
But it
Hang on.
needs a little bit more sustained.
I'll flip
And
back.
punish Saint Tomoto or Jerky.
YouTube chat, give it like a
Jerky
minute.
taken to the sky with
I have
Human
it
Torch.
might flip back. I want to give it a minute.
No eliminations
See if it
coming in
happens.
from either side yet, but Low 9 pushing past this first area of the map that can be often cheesed and held down for just a little bit more.
If it doesn't, I'll
time.
just restart it.
Now All Business have to really start engaging this. These group walls are going to put this Emma Frost in a bit of an awkward pickle. Welshmania able to escape for the time being, and even actually gets the revenge onto Wolver, who's been taken out first.
Jerky's putting in the damage out, but we have been seeing so many bads onto Human Torch, including by Low 9, with the Torch dropping insane damage output, and then the Punisher landing a couple of the finishing blows. The same
Did it fix it all?
position to defend against
Or is it still-
how much
it still
damage
asks
output it
YouTube?
delivers, but they have the Loki to protect against the backline dives. They have the Namor, very rarely seen, but can get a lot of bit of the auto-targeting, very safe and very dive resistant, thanks to that aquatic blessing. It is very strong.
Dude, I'm trying to fix my setup, man. Please. I'm begging you. Good lord. So let's, okay, alright, I'm just gonna restart it. Alright? I'm just gonna restart should fix it. If it doesn't, then uh-oh.